So Moldavia to Doglu. Down in 8th place at the moment. And this is a 5 kilo increase. Second attempt. 115. And that's good. And that is going to take him into the lead by virtue of his lighter body weight. Moldavia versus Romania, sort of neighborly.
Also Belarus.
Well, Durbanov now, one of the men who in his time has taken on Halil Mutlu. And again, a 5 kilo increase here. Growing in confidence. This is exactly what we wanted to see. Really good, competitive, positive achievements here. Early days, but the competition beginning to live up to the script.
Turkey, please prepare.
And you should be able to get the second attempt because it's a weight which you've taken on quite a few times. And you know, last year 118, before that 123 back in 2006 for Durbanov. Now Chadovic, a kilo below his personal best for this second attempt for the 18-year-old from Belarus. Second buzzer. Again, second attempt. Just that little bit more confident. You can see he's quite sprightly, moving around with confidence and purpose. Chadovic. Stanislav Chadovic goes into the lead by a kilo from Dudoglu. So it's Belarus from Moldavia, Romania now third. And now Turkey, second attempt for Kilic. Three kilo increase. So 116 with his body weight. He's lighter than Chadovic. So this to go into the gold medal position in the snatch. And yet again, another man who's produced a better second attempt than first one. And this is really good lifting here. But it's the third attempts where you tend to put yourself slightly into no man's land. That's where it's going to really tell. Have a look at this, right over the head. You can see the hips under there. Just has to take a step forward, though. But that's pretty good. He's had bronze medals at under 23 and junior European level. And now back to the man who's already stood several times on the top step of a major championship podium. 34 years of age. How many more years has he got in him? Not quite sure there whether the bars here are not that sharp, and I don't think that was, you didn't see him look at his hand, no calluses, just maybe disappeared in his head there at the vital moment. He's very experienced. You can see just, so that is a setback, because that's his second attempt, but he does have one more go, and it's so close that he can still recover. No, I would think that he wouldn't be keen to take any more than 116. I think he'd rather take the 2 minutes. Well, in fact, it's 1:38 that he's got left now to sort himself out and try and get this lift. Because there are not that many attempts, and if he gets 116, he still might be close enough, if good enough, in the second half.
Çekeceğiz, altına gireceğiz kardeş. Başka yolu yok. 116 kilo madalya. Hadi. Hadi aslan be.
Meticulously locking on, wrapping the hands round the thumb. Now that second failure just disturbed him, and there's a floor. Leaves the former champion on 113. The current leader, his own younger teammate, on 116, so just going to make the task harder in the second half of the competition, the clean and jerk. It's not to say that he can't catch up, but it's just put a lot more pressure on his shoulders. Doglu, currently in bronze medal position, and this is just 2 kilos up. The 2 kilos up would put him into snatch gold. This would certainly be a whole lot better than the World Championships in Antalya. Unfortunately not. So he gets left there on 115. And Kilic and Chadovic of Turkey and Belarus have got one left. Derbanev's got one left. But Florin Croitoru of Romania, 2 to go. So Chadovic, deliberate, measured, comfortable. All important, the coaches have got him on the stage with 40 seconds to go, which is enough time. That's crucial, so he doesn't have to rush. He can go through this well-established routine that he's got. A moment of internal focus. So, 118 on the bar. This would lift him up into the lead. Give him a 2 kilo advantage. Again, he's got that little characteristic twist, but that's not problematic, and he is the new leader. So there are still 3 men out there with lifts. So even though Chadovic goes into gold, it doesn't guarantee him a medal. 118. And Kilic going for the extra 2 kilos, but with his lighter body weight, lighter than Chadovic, this would put him into first place. And if he does this, it would guarantee him a snatch medal. Wouldn't know at this stage what color that might be, but he guaranteed a place on the podium in the snatch phase. And that is a personal competition best. He'll have lifted that weight in the training hall, but it doesn't count for anything. It's on the competition stage when you've weighed in legally inside the permitted body weight. So often in the training hall, you're going to be a little bit heavier than the actual 56 kilo limit. So Turkey have already had a good start to these championships in the women's division, with Nurcan Taylan easily defending her women's 48 kilo championship, as so often on the opening night of the Europeans, starting very strongly. But this is the young man who, prior to going to the Youth Olympic Games, actually won the qualifier in Valencia last season. You saw the hips behind there, so now just has got one life left. So tried 119. 119, of course, would take him into the overall lead, but as we stand now, Gökhan Kilic, Turkey, in gold, Stanislav Chadovic of Belarus in silver, Gennady Dudoglu of Moldavia in bronze, and Crotoro of Romania has one left, and so has Jerbanev, the wily defending champion from Belarus. And here he is, very quietly, calmly going about his work. 119 to go into the lead. Every kilo counts in this weight class, particularly on today's entries. So Derbanev stays on 115, and it is that close. So at the moment, first and fifth are separated by just 4 kilos. In fact, 3 kilos, I beg your pardon. And first and sixth with Tom Gugaba only separated by 4 kilos. So it is very, very tight. And there is only one man with one attempt left. Turkey in gold, Belarus in silver, Moldavia in bronze in the first half of this men's 56 kilo competition. So this for the lead, this for a personal best, and this for the Snatch gold medal. No, not to be, and he stays in 4th place, the 17-year-old from Romania, and that means that Gökhan Kilic of Turkey, the younger of the Turks, he has taken the first half of the competition, and he is tied in terms of kilos with Chadovic of Belarus. This will be a better angle as you come up here. Now have a look, the hips go behind and he can't hold on to it, and the lift is lost. So anybody's game, still wide open. Have a look at that there. Kilic has got 118, and there you can see Chadovic, and he's got 118 as well. And what I said earlier on at the beginning of this competition, he who lifts 6 out of 6 is probably going to find themselves on the final podium in a medal position. And it's those 2 top men who've made 3 out of 3 that now have the edge over the rest. So, intriguing first half. Hope you enjoyed it. We're going to take a little break, and we'll be back here to set up for the clean and jerk after this. It really is a fascinating place, Kazan, and has a lot to see. It is going to host the Universiade Games in 2013, but when you come to this city, one of half a dozen that have got a population of more than 1 million here in Russia, it's got some notable things to see, not least the White Kremlin here, which is a World Heritage Site. But there's so much history. This was a city where in 1552, no less a man than Ivan the Terrible, in the siege of Kazan, virtually massacred the whole of the population. In fact, just to give you an illustration to that, as you see the current situation on the screen, in 1550, a couple of years before the massacre, the population in Kazan was 50,000. By 1957, 5 years after the massacre, it had only got back to 7,000. So that was the effect of his visit to this part of Russia. It's the sports capital of the Russian Federation, and Kazan about an hour and 15 minutes flying